upholding values in this life is very important. And I know that values are the most important thing that we really require in life to develop our own selves. Talking about values, someone might ask, how important is it? But all this will be revealed to us as we listen to one of the greatest men that I've always admired to meet. And finally today, at a power conference, I was able to meet him, Mr. Stephen Langa. You are welcome.
Thank you very much.
First and foremost, I will appreciate you for everything that you've done today.
Right.
And all the message that you have delivered to the big congregation that was here.
It's a pleasure. This is something that is a passion of my life. My wife and I have a passion for young people because we've been where they are and we've been places, we've seen success, and we're just giving back to young people so that we share with them what they can do to be successful. Because we realize that today many young people are faced with serious challenges, and yet parents are busy, and the social structure that we used to have to help young people turn out right is not there. So many are struggling with no guidance from what are happening at the end of the day.
Interesting. You know, for a long time now, I have been defining success my own way, and I have been telling people how to live a successful life my own way. But then I needed to bring someone who can really tell the whole world what success entails. But we shall see all that. We are going to hear from him and his story, how he became a great engineer, how he rose, that vertical rise in his occupation and life. And now that he is an inspiration to the world, we are yet to hear his story. Once again, I say you are welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes, he is an engineer, a renowned engineer, the greatest engineer I've known. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
So
you.
now you can just say hello to the viewers of Insimenta Bridget.
Well, hello. It's really nice being with you, viewers. Yes, she's right. I'm an engineer, electrical engineer, and by the time I was 30 years, I was a chief engineer in an international corporation that had branches around the world. And I saw success. I was supervising people who are my father's age, and I was handling huge sums of money as part of my responsibility. And values, morals, and character played a critical role. In fact, made all the difference to get me there. Because I didn't start out as a chief engineer. Because I did my university in Nairobi, and I started working there. But whenever we go to look for work, before I eventually got one, people would turn me out. Employers would turn me out because I'm a Ugandan. I even got an opportunity to do a certain interview where I turned out to be the best. But then, when I was given the forms to fill and my nationality was asked, I said I was a Ugandan. But the head of the project came to me and said, no, you change it. Make it that, say that you're Kenyan, because after all, your nationality is not written in your degree certificate. But then by that time, I'd already started living my values, morals, and character since S2. So I wrestled with my conscience, because my conscience could not allow me to really do that. So eventually, I turned it down. So indeed, I suffered for some little more time. And the first job that I ever got was one of a casual worker. Casual worker meant that I was caliber for the people who slash the compound, people who clean the toilet. That was a caliber of job that I got. And my work was to carry toolbox for a technician. Imagine I'm an electrical engineer, upper second, Nairobi University, and I'm carrying a toolbox for a technician who are much more was sitting in front of a British engineer who was interviewing people, and I was the last person interviewed. When he saw what I knew, he decided in my presence to take me. Reason? He had not seen such an engineer who knows both the theory and the practice. So there I was. I didn't know that this carrying toolbox and learning the manual work was actually pushing me to become a world-class engineer, because now I knew both the theory and the practice, and my career literally became a vertical takeoff after 2 years. So that by 5 years after leaving university, I was already chief engineer. When my colleagues were still in middle management, they had started off in middle management, reading newspapers, sitting behind desks, and all that, sipping coffee and all that, while I was carrying the toolbox. So I came and overtook them and would meet in Nairobi, and they're like, man, you are lucky. You are taking decisions. I'm like, yes. I beat them already in career. I beat them in rank. I beat them in responsibility within 5 short years. And I attribute all that to values all the time. And I tell people, once you have values, let life throw you anywhere, you will make it. Wherever you go, whether in Kalahari Desert, whether in the South Pole, you will make it. Because with values, you will be unstoppable. And that's what I was in a foreign country. I don't have a godfather or godmother, and I made it.
Now, maybe just a little piggyback for your high school story of your friends at Google SS. What made you so outstanding and what made you so unique? Because you had already told us that of the 5, you're the only one that has really made it, apparently.
Right.
So what made you so outstanding?
You see, in S2, when my group began to drink and to smoke, that's the time I decided to flip my life to the Lord and start living my life in values more than time. At that time, I realized that the path I was taking as a human being was not the right path. And so I took responsibility and decided to really take my life in the direction of having the fear of God and in the direction of doing what is right. And of course, I wasn't perfect and I'm not perfect, nobody is perfect, but that has painted the true north for me. If I'm going astray, if I'm doing something, I know I'm not doing it because I know what true north is. Because you see, what true north does is it helps you know in which direction your life should be going in any area of life. So for me, that true north has been very, very helpful. Because without that true north, then you're just gambling. You're just going anyhow. It's like a ship without a compass, or a plane without a compass. It will go anywhere. Yeah, it will not reach any destination. So for me, that's what happened.
Okay. Maybe to also ask you something, still in line with what you have experienced, because experience is the best teacher.
Yes.
Talking about values.
Yes.
Someone out there who doesn't really know what values are, how important are they?
Values are very important because you see, values are what helps you to determine what is right in a given situation. I was talking to university students last few days, and somebody said in a written question, how can you tell that something is right or wrong? That is a very, very important question. How can you tell? Now, values will help you tell whether something you are thinking of doing is right or wrong. Because values are based on truth. Now, truth doesn't change. Yes, truth has to inform your choices, has to inform your decision, has to inform what you are thinking what's right or wrong. So, in a nutshell, at the end of the day, it's really God's word. God's word. Because, you see, if there's no God, then anybody can do anything. There's no right or wrong. But since there is God, then there are certain things which really are right, and there are certain things which are wrong. The absolutes are there. You see, when you see people are living as though there is no God, yes, and so they think there are no absolutes. So they think, oh, I can do anything I want. And yet, life has two categories of things. There's a category called, I would call, non-foundational issues. Non-foundational issues are things where we have the freedom to choose. For example, what color of shirt should I put on today? It doesn't really matter. I can put on white, I can put on black. It doesn't matter. Those are the non-foundational issues. And on non-foundational issues, there's no consequence, whichever way you choose, because it's really up to you. Which restaurant should you eat? It doesn't really matter. Yes, your personal choice. But there are foundational. Foundational things are things where God has gathered to give his opinion and position on. Now, when has God given his opinion on something, then that is the only way that thing is right. Now, if you violate it, there will always be consequences. There may be immediate, there may be mid-term, or there may be long-term, and sometimes there may be irreversible. So, and that really is one of the proofs that God exists. Because you can't get away with foundational things. You cross foundational issues, you won't get away with it. In fact, somebody said that you cannot break God's word. Instead, it will break. Yes, instead it will break. So, that's something. So, one needs to believe when you're cognizant of that. So, before you do anything, first of all, is this a foundational matter or non-foundational? If it is not, do whatever you want, whatever you have against. And if it's a foundational matter, then you better do the right thing. And that's where now character comes. Because character is what will give you the ability to do what you know is right. Yes. It takes courage. It takes a lot of having principles to do the right thing. Because many people fear people where if everybody is doing the wrong thing, they don't want to be the one speaking out. They want us to do the wrong thing. But when you have character, you will stick up. You need to alone, stick up and do the right thing. So that's why I encourage people to do the right thing. So have values which will first of all show you what is right in a given situation. Then character, which will give you the courage to go out and do what you want.
Today in this conference, but we are always challenged to find you have some issues that will really drive you to something that you shouldn't have done, but because it is the only option you have, you end up doing it. How can you work? How can one work such an issue?
Okay, now that one, that's where I say that you need to develop and you need to consolidate your values. If your values are not yet consolidated, your values are not yet consolidated, then you will do what I just described. But if your values are consolidated, it means you have debated within yourself, you have arrived at a decision within yourself that for me, when I get to a situation like this, I'm going to do this. I'm not going to do the other. So it's something that you need to really consolidate. Otherwise, if you don't consolidate, you will not have the power to do what is right. So you are always going to find yourself compromising. Yeah, you know what is right, but you don't do it because you have not consolidated. I'll give an example. In the Bible, there are 3 boys, Hebrew boys. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And precisely in Daniel chapter 1, verse 8. These boys were taken into exile. And when they were taken into exile, out there they were given certain foods that they should eat. Now, the rest of the boys
who have also been taking pictures, and any food, even the one they shouldn't eat. But these people say, for us, we have already done before, that we are not going to compromise on this matter. So, when they face a situation where now they should compromise, instead of compromise, they have the courage to tell the supervisor, say, supervisors, we really don't feel free to do this. But you do this. And they had a solution. They had a solution. They gave a solution. Okay, let us do this instead. You will be happy with this. And, so please allow us. So they were allowed. And they did not allow themselves to eat what they know they should eat. So it takes that determining beforehand. Before you reach a situation, you need to have determined beforehand and come to a decision within you that as far as I'm concerned, if the Swahili say, come and buy a bag. Yeah, come and buy a bag. Even if what I'm not going to do. So we need to get young people need to reach that point where because you know who you are, because you know your worth, you know your value, don't. I know a lady, a lecturer, she was one of my daughters.
I'm proud that you did.
That's right, yeah. No, you do it.
Sure.
Exactly, yeah. So, the lecturer was, when she told her father, the father was like, are you the only pretty girl in the class? They was like, instead of supporting her, working with her, that's what I did. So, of course, it didn't happen. So, I worked with this lady. I encouraged her to do it. When she did the right thing, the man gave her a retake. She was devastated. She was encouraged. You've done it. You will not sold yourself, you will not let yourself down, you will maintain your value. It's unfortunate that this is the price of the pay. Because when you stick by values, most of the time, the time you come in, pay. Fast forward, she did the retake, but this time with another lecturer. Fortunately, this time, she did the examination, and she did so well that it brought her higher in all her average. Yes. So she graduated. She's now married, she's now mother of 2 children. But she did not give herself. Otherwise, she could have given herself for marks. But you see, because she did give herself, she passed in a higher way. She retained her dignity and her value and did not sell herself. So it is worth. So that brings me to another point that sometimes as a youth, it may be hard for you to stand this thing alone. You may need to have an adult ally. Like now, I was an adult ally. And I was able to walk with her through that thing. If it was herself or her own colleagues, maybe she should have done it. Yeah, but now, having an adult ally is very, very good and very important. So I encourage young people to get an adult ally. So that you're not just dependent on your own counter peers. Exactly. You need somebody you exactly you trust. And you can ask him, I'm going through this, what do you think? I want to tell you, I will help many young men and young ladies to avoid this.
Wow, having a mentor is very important. We assume that we know it all, but man, we still have a lot, like what I planned to do. So now, as we conclude, as we wind up, I know that you are having a long journey. When we talk about success, we feel like it should come just on a silver platter. It will just be a simple way, but we do not know how to reach the success, how to attain it, and we feel like still we need a mentor
will come and show us how are these values going to promote our success, how are we going to employ them in our journey of life to reach our goals.
You see, values will help you in that they will help take you towards the path of your destiny, of what you are created to do. Because success is not just having money, having ranches, having buildings, having cars, having good clothes. Those are not success. True success is being what you are created to be and to do. In other words, success means knowing your purpose so that you live according to your purpose. And once you know your purpose, then at any given time you are successful. You don't have to wait until you have accomplished this or accomplished that, but you are already successful as long as you're heading in the right direction. For example, now we're going to go to Kampala. As long as I know I'm heading to Kampala, I'm successful because the process of the journey of life or of your destiny is part of the success. In others, the people say that the end justifies the means. That as long as I know the destination, then it doesn't matter whether I steal my way through or I don't my way through, I prove my way through, it doesn't matter as long as I reach. That is not success. In success, the means you use to get towards the destination is also part of the success. And that will be the right one. And that's where you need the values, morals, and character to take you along the path of success, which shows your destiny.
Okay. Final remarks to our viewers. Hopefully we are learning something great today as we finalize with everything. Just final remarks. How one can uplift themselves and uphold their values, and also ensure that in their daily life, this is what we uphold to make sure that their life is comfortable.
Well, it begins with a decision, really. It's a decision. You know, your emotions will follow your decision. Whatever you decide to do, your emotions will follow. So it is your decision. Issues of values, morals, and character are not academic. So they're not calling academic knowledge, no. It calls on your heart. And as far as the heart is concerned, the thing that the heart does is the heart decides and makes the decision. So even today, you can decide that for me, from today, I want to be a person who values morals and character. You see, this is as simple as that. And then once you decide that, then your emotions are going to begin to go in that direction. Your will is going to begin to go in that direction. And that's where now you can hook up with other people, like-minded people. That's where you can read. That's where you can now begin to think in that direction. And there, you'll have already made the first step towards your building your values, goals, and character. They say that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. And that first step is the decision. Once you do that, the rest will take care of themselves.
Wow. I can't thank you enough. Today I am too excited because of your courage, because of your wisdom. You've really filled us with a lot that I can't express my gratitude, But thank you so much to our viewers. Yes, it has been great to see Mentor. If you don't want to talk about values, how important are values and how can you use values to build your own self in life, to change your own life? So take this seriously, take the message seriously, and anytime, any day, you can follow the principle that we've always followed.